Hey everyone, this is Dorothy Bennett, MMO, back with another Caden video. The last one did extremely well, so I thought I would give an update. And turns out, Caden is back. Alright guys, before we continue, I would like to say this. If you are new to this channel, feel free to subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss out amazing content like this, okay? And remember to like this video, share with someone that needs it, and also drop your comment in any area of the video that you don't understand. So the sponsors of today's video is MOMPRENEUR Mastery. So if you're a busy working mom, striving to make at least $3,000 to over $10,000 monthly from your phone, online, while looking after your kids at home, all you have to do is to click on the first link in the description of this video and get this guide, okay? It will help you, show you step-by-step strategy to help you achieve that, alright? Now let's continue with the video. Yeah, they came back on Monday night and it seems like they didn't quite know what to do with themselves to begin with. I actually have an original video that I will post on Patreon. I was originally going to just completely trash these guys because they look like at first, and you can see here, previously, you were making 1,000 points to $1 on Caden, and that amounted, for me at least, making about 30 cents a day, which already did not feel like a lot, but it was about as close to fully passive income as you were going to get. Just link a few accounts and you're done. Well, now they have changed their conversion rates to 10,000 points to $1. And they also retroactively brought those back, and they even changed the redemptions. So it says here my redemption is $4.90 rather than $48.98, which is exactly what I got. So now it's 10,000 points to $1. Nothing else has changed. Now the reason why I was going to trash Caden was not because of the recent conversions, that is bad enough, but also because, at least according to the terms of service, it was going to be impossible to cash out if the minimum threshold was $45. Well, it seems like they have corrected themselves on that, because if you go to redeem points, I click on redeem points here, right here, now you have to clear action required. That's nothing new, and you need to have at least 45,000 points. Now, I might have not seen that. It might have been an oversight by me. I'm not sure when I clicked on redeem points, but it does seem like this is staying, and 45,000 points is the threshold. So now the cash out is $4.50. Okay, great. So it is, I was originally going to make it a red rating because it would have been impossible to cash out with their 6-month time limit. However, it seems like everything else is running just the exact same way they did before. The only difference is, and I go to all points here, the daily points has stayed the same. Everything has stayed the same. You're just making 90% less for it. So instead of me making 30 cents a day off of the data, I am now making 3 cents a day, which is about 90 cents per month. And some of the top players of this, why do I say players? It's passive income, or at least as close to passive income as it's going to get. They will be making about, I think, like $1.50 now. Or I think some of them were making like 700, 800 points. They were doing 70, 80 cents a day. They're now making about, 7 to 8 cents a day, or about $2 a month. Is it still worth it? I don't know. But it does seem like they are going to pay out. If they stop paying out, I will give them a red rating, but I am going to drop them to yellow at this point. And honestly, it's very borderline on that one as well, because 90 cents to $1 a month. That is okay. Wait a minute. I just see something else here on the bottom too. Unredeemed points expire on a rolling basis after 7 months. Okay. So they have made it a slightly more gracious period there. It was originally 6 months. It's now 7 months. I see it on the bottom there under daily points. I just saw this while I've been recording. Even with that though, it's only 3 cents a day. Like the average person is going to make a little bit more than me because I don't have as many accounts connected. So they'll probably make like 4 or 5 cents a day. Like, granted, it is $1.20, $1.50 for basically just setting it and forgetting it and coming back maybe twice a year. to go cash out your $8-9. But you got to ask yourself if it's worth it, you know? Maybe it's worth it for some people, you know, for the amount of effort that they had to put in, because it is, unlike other apps that I talk about here, like Cashwalk and Atlas Earth and all that, it is literally 0 effort. And that is the only reason that I'm giving Caden a yellow rating, a drop from blue to yellow rather than red. That's the only reason, is because there is virtually no effort beyond linking your accounts. And if they're going to keep up like this, that's fine. But it does feel like, to me at least, it's not. Again, I'm trying not to go into rant mode here. But I feel like it's just not worth it. And it really sets a bad image that we continue to see nerfs like this. Like, they should at least be transparent about why they cut their earnings by 90%. They shouldn't be gaslighting by completely changing the redemption totals like they did here, where they paid me $48.98 for this redemption, but they're showing up as $4.90. I can guarantee you it was not $4.90. Now, will I keep Caden on this phone? You know, I still have it on here. I might as well. But would I recommend this to someone new? I'll be honest with you, that is very iffy. Now, granted, you're going to be making something like I'm going to still be making about $10 a year off of this, I believe. So I'll still make about $10 to $11 a year off of this, off of the data, which is not much, but considering I literally only have to look maybe twice a year at this app, not terrible. As far as you know, just going back for twice a year, when so many apps these days are talking about like daily logins and stuff. And it doesn't take over your phone. It doesn't do anything like that. So, I mean, if I have to be really objective here, is it worth it still? I mean, for the amount of effort that you put in, is like 10-15 minutes worth of effort for which you basically getting them $10 to $11 a year for essentially the rest of your life, or at least as long as Caden's around. We'll see how long they're going to be around for that, though. With the 90% drop, though, they should stay around for a while, right? Ooh, boy. This, I don't know, though. Like I said, I was originally angry because it was going to be impossible for people to cash out if they kept the threshold at $45. But it seems like they have eased up on that a little bit. It is $4.50 now, 45,000 points. And the unredeemed points now expire on a rolling basis after 7 months instead of 6. So that's a little bit easier. They have kind of stretched back a little bit. And let's talk about how many points that you need. So previously, you would need 45,000 points divided by 180, which I believe I count to be about 270 points per day. You needed at least 25 to 27 cents a day was what I did on the review. So just by doing a little bit of napkin math here, 45,000 points, and we're going to divide that by 210 days. I'm going to do this on my calculator because my brain is mush today. I have not been sleeping very well. 214 points. So now you only need 21 cents a day, and that I think would require, if I have 6 accounts, that means you'd only need about 4 accounts, maybe 5, depending on what they count, in order to cash out. That makes it so that you can, a lot of people can at least cash out. So more people can actually cash out. They're just going to cash out a lot less. I do wish that they allowed the people who had 300,000, 400,000 points earlier stored in to go ahead and cash out on a 1,000 to 1 basis. That part is the other part too that makes me feel like Caden is a little bit shady. All right. These people have been anticipating $300, $400, and they're only getting $30, $40 out of you. Yes, they can cash out now, but they basically just lost 90% of what they've earned, and all of that waiting and everything for basically nothing. So that was bad. Like I said, I'm going to give Caden a low yellow rating, basically the lowest of yellow ratings. It is just legit enough for people to use, in my opinion, just because of its virtually no effort. But man, is it a harder sell to tell people you're going to make 90 cents a month rather than $9, you know? This video is going to have to be retracted a little bit because even though you can get to the redeem screen, it does say the minimum withdrawal amount is still $45. This coming from Annalise. So I guess it's going to be red after all. I am just going to have to figure out, I'm going to have a fun time editing this, aren't I? So yeah, ignore the rest of the video until Caden fixes this and we figure out exactly how we are supposed to withdraw. Yeah, this isn't going to work out at all. And again, this is a bad look for just all this constant nerfing by all these apps. It's just a bad look for overall. And it's like the only one that hasn't been nerfing that I have been looking at is Atlas Earth. And that's why, and I'm going to use this video as a chance to tell you all too, I'm going to start looking at apps that might require a little bit more effort, maybe closer toward the side hustle part. I'm looking at a few of those apps now only because it's out of necessity, because I don't want to continue covering constant rug pulls, constant nerfs like this. It's not good. You guys lose interest in all that. So we're going to take a look. We're going to go back to MTurk. I got another site I'm looking at right now, data annotation. I'm looking at Connect by Cloud Research. I'm going to start looking at some of these, user testing, maybe even do mystery shopping. I don't know yet. I did mystery shopping in the past though, and they require a lot of like verification and vetting to even take part there. So in my opinion, it's going to really come down to, I just need to start looking at some more of these apps that actually pay decently as well. If they don't require you to work, so much, an X amount of hours, like you can make your own hours. So yeah, because of things like this, like we keep seeing this constant nerfing, and I'm still gonna cover semi-passive apps like this, and this is the only actual passive app I know. But we're also going to start looking at now those that require effort that actually pay pretty decently as well in comparison. Thank you, everyone. If you like this video, give it a like, comment on, are you going to use Caden? Are you going to continue to use Caden? Let me know. Thank you to all my patrons as well. If I don't show that on the screen here, it's probably because I'm just recording and uploading. But other than that, thank y'all. See you all in the next video. Signing off. Bye, everyone.